Imagine a world where progress isn't measured by copying what's already been done, but by daring to create something entirely new, a world where every idea has the power to reshape the future. In the next few moments, everything you thought you knew about business, innovation, and success is about to be challenged in ways you never expected. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a precipice, the air crackling with the tension of opportunity and the unknown, as we dive into the groundbreaking ideas of 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, a manifesto for building the future that goes beyond incremental improvement and dares to imagine what hasn't existed yet. I want you to ask yourself, what if the key to extraordinary success isn't found by following the crowd, but by taking the bold leap into uncharted territory? Today, we're going to unravel a secret that defies conventional wisdom, a secret that tells us that true innovation isn't about copying what already works, but about taking that leap from 0 to 1. As you settle into this journey, allow your mind to be open to a radical perspective, a perspective that tells you the future belongs to those who dare to dream differently. From this very moment, your understanding of progress is going to shift in ways that feel nothing short of revolutionary. Think back to a time when you witnessed a breakthrough, a moment when something so radically new captured your imagination and redefined what was possible. It might have been the first time you held a smartphone, or when you watched the internet transform communication as you knew it. Now imagine that transformative moment magnified 100-fold, a spark so intense that it fuels the engine of progress itself. Peter Thiel argues that the most significant leaps in history, from the wheel to the internet, haven't come from mere replication, but from groundbreaking ideas that create entirely new paradigms. And if you're ready to challenge the status quo, then this is your invitation to dive deep into the mechanics of such monumental shifts. Let's rewind for a moment. The world we live in is saturated with competition, with companies and ideas that seem to be locked in an endless race to be just a little bit better than the last. But what if I told you that true world-changing progress doesn't come from racing against competitors? It comes from making them irrelevant altogether. Imagine a chessboard where every piece is predictable, every move anticipated, until one move shatters the game entirely. Thiel calls this leap the difference between going from 0 to 1 dot. It's not about making a better copy of what already exists. It's about creating something entirely unique, a breakthrough that transforms an industry, or even the way we think about progress. In a landscape defined by incremental improvements, consider the genius of creating something that has never existed before, a singular invention that transforms the fabric of society. As you listen, I invite you to imagine that moment when an entrepreneur, fueled by a radical idea, challenges the norm and creates a product that no one ever imagined possible. This is the essence of what Thiel describes, a vision that doesn't just improve on an old idea, but completely reinvents it, rendering competitors obsolete and ushering in a new era of possibility. And if you've ever felt trapped by the limitations of conventional thinking, this message is your rallying cry to break free and redefine what's possible. Close your eyes for a moment and picture a company that doesn't just strive to compete, but aims to dominate by innovating in ways that no one else can. Imagine a business built on the foundation of an idea so unique that it stands alone, a true monopoly, not by force, but by the virtue of its innovation. Thiel's insights compel us to look beyond the surface of competition and to search for that singular opportunity that allows us to create a future no one else can replicate. This isn't just a strategy for startups, it's a philosophy for life, urging you to seek out the transformative ideas that lie hidden beneath the veil of ordinary thinking. Now, as we venture further, think about the implications of creating something truly unique. Consider the ripple effects of an innovation that doesn't just serve a market, but creates an entirely new market, one where the rules are rewritten and the possibilities are endless. The power of this approach is not merely in the creation of a product, but in the act of fundamentally altering the way society functions. It's a challenge to the idea that competition is healthy, suggesting instead that the healthiest environment for progress is one where you can achieve monopoly by thinking differently, by daring to be original. At this point, you might be wondering, how can one possibly step away from the herd mentality and embrace such a radical vision? The answer lies in understanding the nature of progress itself, a journey that isn't paved by the predictable footsteps of others, but by the brave forays into unknown territory. Thiel reminds us that the most successful innovations come from a mindset that isn't afraid to question established norms. It's about having the courage to imagine a future that seems outlandish today, but becomes the cornerstone of tomorrow. And the beauty of this mindset is that it's not reserved for a select few. It's a call to everyone who has ever felt the urge to create something better, something that defies expectation. Every moment we spend in this digital age is a testament to the incredible power of human ingenuity. Yet, the path to true innovation is littered with the relics of ideas that never dared to challenge the status quo. Think of the countless startups that have strived to do what everyone else is doing, only to fade into obscurity because they never embraced the audacity of the unique. Thiel's philosophy is a wake-up call. It's time to stop chasing the mirage of incremental gains and instead aim for breakthroughs that have the potential to transform our world. Let's delve into the core insights that make this book a revolutionary manifesto. At its heart lies the provocative notion that the most valuable businesses are those that create something entirely new, something that stands alone. It's a reminder that while competition forces companies to split the pie, true innovation expands the pie exponentially, creating opportunities that were previously unimaginable. Think of the breakthrough technologies that have reshaped industries, each one a testament to the power of going from 0 to 1. This isn't just theory, it's a blueprint for unlocking potential in every facet of life. A guide for those daring enough to seek out the hidden opportunities that lie beyond the horizon of conventional thinking. Imagine for a moment that you're at the helm of a venture that has the power to change the world. Every decision you make is fueled by a vision that transcends the ordinary, a vision that sees opportunity where others see risk. This is the essence of Thiel's argument. To truly excel, you must focus on creating a monopoly, not through unethical practices, but by offering something so unique, so powerful, that no one else can compete. It's a mindset that challenges you to look inward and ask, what is the one idea that can set me apart from the rest? And as you ponder this question, you begin to realize that the true barrier to success isn't external competition. It's the internal resistance to embracing the radically different. As you listen to these insights, think about the times when you felt constrained by the expectation to conform. Recall the moments when you hesitated, fearing that your ideas were too unconventional. Now let that hesitation transform into a spark of defiance, a determination to break free from the shackles of conventional wisdom. Thiel's ideas serve as a clarion call for innovators, urging them to look beyond the safe confines of incremental progress and to embrace the transformative power of unique ideas. This isn't just about starting a business, it's about igniting a revolution in the way we think, act, and create. Imagine the thrill of pioneering something that has never existed, a product, a service, or even an entirely new way of life that emerges from the depths of creativity and bold vision. Visualize the awe on people's faces when they encounter an innovation that redefines the rules of the game, a moment when skepticism turns into wonder and then into a deep-seated belief in the power of originality. This is the emotional core of 0 to 1, the idea that every breakthrough begins with the courage to envision a future that defies the status quo. And as you absorb this message, you may find yourself questioning, what could be the next big leap? What uncharted territory can you explore that would make the impossible possible? Now, let's shift gears and address a fundamental truth about human progress. The journey from 0 to 1 is not a solo endeavor. It's a collaborative act, a fusion of diverse minds, each bringing a unique perspective to the table. Consider the innovators who change the world not by following in the footsteps of others, but by challenging each other to think bigger, to imagine further, to create more. It's in these dynamic exchanges that truly transformative ideas are born, a reminder that while the act of creation might start with a solitary spark, its true power is unleashed when shared with the world. And so, I challenge you to not only think differently, but to engage with those around you. Share your ideas, debate them, refine them, and let the collective energy of conversation fuel your journey towards something extraordinary. Take a moment now to reflect on the power of your own potential. Picture the impact of an idea that, once set into motion, creates a ripple effect so profound that it touches countless lives, reshaping industries, and redefining what's possible. This is the promise of going from 0 to 1, a promise that every great leap forward in human history began with someone daring to challenge the norm, to believe in a vision that others dismissed as impossible. And as you sit with this thought, consider the legacy you want to leave behind. What will be your mark on the future? How will you harness your unique perspective to create something that transcends the ordinary? At this pivotal moment, I invite you to pause and share your thoughts in the comments below. What is that one radical idea that you believe has the potential to change the world? Have you ever felt confined by the pressure to conform, only to discover that your true genius lies in daring to be different? Your insights and experiences are the lifeblood of this conversation, and I'm eager to hear them. Tag a friend who's been waiting for that breakthrough moment, someone who's ready to challenge the status quo and venture into uncharted territory. Let's ignite a discussion that not only celebrates innovation, but inspires us all to reach for something greater. As we journey deeper, brace yourself for a twist that will upend everything you thought you knew about success. Picture a scenario where the conventional metrics of achievement, profits, market share, competition are rendered meaningless by the sheer power of an idea that creates its own universe. It's a world where the rules are rewritten and where the only limit is the scope of your imagination. In this realm, the real competition is with yourself, the urge to push beyond boundaries, to defy expectations, and to dare to dream bigger than ever before. This is not just a narrative about business. It's a call to arms for anyone who's ever been stifled by the mundane, a rallying cry to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies dormant within. Imagine the exhilaration of watching your idea take shape, of witnessing the transformation from a simple concept into a full-blown revolution. Every setback, every obstacle is merely a stepping stone, a part of the process that ultimately leads to something unprecedented. And just when you think you've reached the peak, another breakthrough awaits, a moment of clarity that reaffirms your belief in the power of originality. It's in these moments of revelation that the journey from 0 to 1 truly becomes an epic adventure, a saga of persistence, passion, and an unyielding belief that the impossible is within reach. Now, as the momentum builds and the energy in the room reaches a fever pitch, I want you to consider the magnitude of what we're discussing. This isn't simply about starting a business or launching a product. It's about reimagining the very fabric of our society. Every revolutionary idea starts as a whisper in the mind, a spark that defies the limitations of current thinking. And when nurtured, that spark ignites a flame of progress that can light up entire industries, transform lives, and redefine our collective future. The lessons from 0 to 1 are not confined to boardrooms or tech startups. They are universal principles that challenge us to ask, how can we break free from the predictable and dare to create a world that has never been seen before? Let's take a deep breath and focus on the core of this transformative message. The journey from 0 to 1 is, at its essence, a journey of self-discovery and relentless pursuit. It's a reminder that the most valuable asset you possess is not the resources you have, but the ideas you dare to dream. It's about recognizing that while the world may be filled with imitators and followers, there is a rare breed of innovators whose ideas set them apart and propel them into a league of their own. And if you find yourself yearning to be part of that elite group, if you crave the exhilaration of charting unknown territory, then the message is clear. Stop settling for incremental gains and start aiming for that transformative breakthrough. Imagine, for a moment, that you're at a crossroads, one path leading to the familiar and the safe, and the other to a realm of infinite possibilities. The safe path is comfortable but unremarkable, while the path of true innovation is fraught with uncertainty, yet brimming with potential. As you stand at this crossroads, the decision you make will not only define your future, but could also alter the trajectory of the world around you. It's a moment of profound significance, a call to embrace the unknown, to trust in the power of your unique vision, and to understand that the most remarkable journeys begin with the courage to take that first step. Now, consider this. Every time you choose the path of innovation over imitation, you're not just making a decision for yourself. You're setting in motion a chain reaction that has the power to reshape entire industries, to elevate society, and to leave a legacy that transcends time. This is the very essence of what it means to go from 0 to 1, a philosophy that transforms every challenge into an opportunity and every obstacle into a stepping stone toward greatness. And as you absorb this truth, I urge you to let it ignite a fire within, a relentless drive to break free from the ordinary and to chase after that one extraordinary idea that will define your legacy. There comes a point in every epic journey when the stakes are at their highest, when the tension is palpable and the anticipation is nearly unbearable. It's in these moments that true innovation is forged, when every risk taken, every setback encountered becomes a testament to the strength of your conviction. Picture yourself on the verge of a breakthrough, the culmination of years of hard work and unyielding determination. In that split second, as doubt and fear battle against hope and ambition, you realize that the only way to win is to leap into the unknown with every fiber of your being. This is the moment when the journey from 0 to 1 becomes more than a strategy. It becomes a way of life, a commitment to defy the ordinary and to embrace the limitless potential that lies ahead. And so, as we approach the conclusion of this transformative journey, I invite you to reflect on the incredible power of your own ideas. Think about the innovations that have changed the world, each one a testament to the daring spirit that refused to settle for mediocrity. Let this be your call to action, to harness your unique vision, to break free from the confines of conventional wisdom, and to embark on your own journey from 0 to 1. What bold idea has been simmering in the recesses of your mind? What innovation have you been too afraid to pursue, even though it holds the promise of something extraordinary? I challenge you to step forward, to share your insights in the comments below, and to join a community of thinkers and doers who are unafraid to dream big and redefine the future. As you prepare to leave this experience, remember that the journey doesn't end here. It's only just beginning. The ideas you've heard today are not mere words. They are a spark that can ignite a revolution in the way you approach every challenge, every opportunity, and every moment of your life. So, if you've been inspired by what you've heard, if you feel that electric thrill of possibility coursing through your veins, then don't let this moment pass. Hit that like button, subscribe for more groundbreaking insights, and share this video with everyone you know who's ready to challenge the status quo. Together, we can create a movement, a wave of innovation that sweeps away the old and ushers in a future defined by bold ideas and unprecedented breakthroughs. As you take your leave, let this final thought resonate in your heart. The world is full of imitators, but it is the pioneers, the visionaries, who truly change the course of history. Embrace the journey from 0 to 1. Dare to be original and let your ideas soar beyond the limits of the imaginable. The future isn't written by those who play it safe, It's forged by those who dare to take the risk, to challenge the norm, and to create something that has never existed before. Now go out and make your mark on the world, and let the legacy of your ideas be the beacon that lights the way for generations to come. Thank you for joining me on this journey, a journey that begins with a single transformative idea and has the power to redefine what's possible. Remember, every great innovation starts with a moment of clarity, a moment when you decide to reject the mundane and embrace the extraordinary. I can't wait to see the amazing ideas you bring to life, and I invite you to share your vision in the comments below. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries, keep dreaming boldly, and above all, keep moving from 0 to 1.